Created in 1854, the Patriot-News is your Pulitzer Prize-winning newspaper, located at 1900 Patriot Drive in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. When driving on Interstate 81, you can see the 180,000 square foot building that sits on 17 acres of land. Construction of this building started in 1998, and the first paper to come off the press was on October 29, 2001. Let's take a look as to what goes on inside this building. Our newsprint comes to us from a Canadian paper manufacturer. We store that paper in our paper storage room. One roll weighs 2,300 pounds. This warehouse holds about 2,000 full rolls of paper. In 1 year, we will use 38 million pounds of newsprint. If we would unroll a full roll of paper, it would stretch from here to our former office at 812 Market Street in Harrisburg. That's 10 miles, but only takes 20 minutes to unroll on the press. Reel stands hold the rolls in place as the newspaper unwinds up through the press towers. As the press is running, the reel stand replaces an expiring roll with a new roll. The fresh roll is now spun up to speed to match the expiring roll. The empty core of the roll, which is cardboard, is dropped into a blue bin on the other side of the press and removed. We strive to be as green as we can be. In our recycling area, we recycle anything we can. There's a lot of excess paper that gets bundled up and reused. In our ink lab, deliveries are tested before they are accepted and placed into the ink tanks. There are specifications that ink manufacturers have to meet before their product is used. Our 2 black ink tanks hold 8,500 gallons, while our 3 color ink tanks hold 2,500 gallons each. The 3 color tanks are cyan, magenta, and yellow. 2 neutral color tanks are used for the recycled ink. All recycled ink, regardless of color, goes into the black ink tank. The tanks and piping are color-coded from here all the way to the press. The press hull is where pages are pressed onto the paper. The different levels print different colors. The bottom level is black, then cyan, magenta, and yellow. The folder takes constant stream of newsprint coming into it from the printing towers, folds the paper into sections, cuts the paper, and delivers it onto conveyor belts. Our press controls are located in the quiet room. Plates are printed on the laser image setters and recycled after use. The plates are placed on a press cylinder and offset ink to a rubber blanket, which places the ink onto the paper. There are 3 press control stations, 2 color scanners, a control console, and a computer to plate machines. Every plate placed on the press comes off the CTP machines, which can produce up to 140 plates an hour. The packaging center is where the paper comes off the press and is wound onto large cassettes. They're called winders, and they run the same speed as the press. Winders create a buffer between the press and packaging operation. The press runs at top speeds of 67,000 copies an hour. The packaging equipment runs at top speeds of 22,000 copies an hour. When full, cassettes move from the winder to the unwinder that feed them into 2 inserting machines. Each inserter can place 28 freestanding inserts into a newspaper in one pass. The system is self-correcting. If an insert fails to drop into a paper, the entire package is returned via the conveyor and runs through the line again. After the inserts are placed in the paper, the conveyor carries them to the stackers. Stackers create bundles of newspaper by determining the number of pages in a single paper and the number of inserts. After bundles are made, they move down a conveyor where brown craft paper is applied to the bundles so they can travel to distribution centers and newsstands. Bundles that are going to people's homes are sent to one of our automatic cart loaders. When carts are full, they are labeled and ready to be picked up for delivery. If bundles are for single sales in stores, rack machines travel down one of the 8 chutes where trucks will be waiting to take their bundles to the final destination.